right, welcome to Northwest Sessions. We are World Dad Ever. On bass, I got Jake. Drums, we got Eric, and I'm Nick. This first song we're going to play is called Low Blow, and I'm not going to specifically say what the song is about. I'm just going to say what it means to me. To me, it's a song about redemption and coming over selfish ways and just becoming an overall better person and learning from your mistakes and keeping mistakes. But yeah, this is Low Blow. Kick it, drummer. At first it felt like magic in a blink of an eye. You threw it away. All the times you lie straight to my face, it sends me burning, full of rage. Of yourself in vibrant colors to mask the black, and you're not pleasing, so deceiving. Monsters like you die. It blows my mind. You think I waste my time on you, baby? Tomorrow, you won't be on my mind, so don't think you'll waste my time. Low Blow for me. Whenever I hear the recording played back to me, it's just a constant reminder of the person I used to be, the person I am now, and the person I want to be. So that's a very special song to us, and it's very fun for us to play. But World Dad Ever. We all met. Well, me and Eric met in 6th grade. We've always we've always enjoyed the same kind of music, and we would always talk about the same bands, like Avenged Sevenfold, Slipknot, like you kind of like your dad bands that your parents would listen to when you're growing up. And we played a couple of talent shows together, really bad talent shows, but at the same time it was pretty awesome. Because we had a very bad habit of never practicing until the when we need to go on. So the first time we played together was at the tryouts. Once we made it, we played at the rehearsals, and then the third time we ever played together was at the actual talent show. And I think it was pretty good for just not practicing at all. But yeah, we actually didn't even start this band though until after we graduated from high school. I mentioned to Eric in high school about starting a band, but he was too cool for me. He was into hip hop and rap and didn't want to be a rock star like I did. And then we actually just picked up Jake a month ago. We found him on the side of the road, and we're like, "Hey, you look like you need a home. Do you play bass by chance?" And he's like, "Yeah, I actually do." And then he provided a trailer for us to come up here, and now we're here. So yeah, we are World Dad Ever. All right, this next song is called Tree. It's been a lot of our songs are just compilation of all of our lives into stories. Like there's some truth to it, but also it's just where our goal is to write a story for a listener to interpret. But Tree is a song about trees and young love. I get caught up in our past, and it causes lots of problems. Sometimes I speak before I think, yeah. It always gets the best of me. Oh, I know things are not the same, but I don't want you to go. Please don't leave that way. Hope you find me under the tree in the park that we used to meet. We would lie together, holding hands, singing to our favorite band. See, time moves on too fast. I'm sick of getting older. These days somehow they pass me by. It always gets the best of me. And oh, I know it's hard to keep me close. And oh, I love you so. And I'm sorry for all the shit I put you through. Oh, I know things are not the same, but I don't want you to go. Please don't leave that way. You find me under the tree in the park that we used to meet, when we would lie together, holding hands, singing to our favorite band. We were just kids doing things that kids do. We fell in love, 'cause that's what kids do. I won't forget about you. go. But I love you more than you'll ever know. So what first got me into music was, well, when I was 8, I heard this band called Avenged Sevenfold. They had a song "Afterlife" on. It was back in a time when they still played music videos on TV. So me and my dad would just we'd watch music videos all the time, and Sinister Gates, their guitarist, just ripped the gnarliest freaking solo, and I was just like, "Dad, I gotta play guitar." And so we got me into guitar lessons, and yeah, I've been playing ever since. And then as I've gotten older, it's heavier, like underground type music, I guess, like a little bit of screamo or hardcore, whatever you want to call it. That's influenced me to want to start a band, and our biggest inspirations is a band called Pierce the Veil. They are our, we're practically trying to be like them. If you can't tell, like I'm trying to be just like Vic Fuentes, since it's kind of embarrassing, but like it's all right.
All right, so I got into playing music when I was probably like 9 or 10 years old. You know, I started listening to, you know, like Metallica, you know, Slayer, like the big four rock metal bands, you know. Yeah, I really got into playing guitar, but it didn't feel right. Something about it felt like I was missing, you know, some impact. And I wanted to play drums, so I got into like a concert band in middle school, and they let me play trumpet, but they wouldn't let me play drums because they said my technique wasn't good enough. But look where I am now. But yeah, so me and Nick started the band a couple years ago. It kind of just drew off some of our biggest influences that we had, and we've just been trying to, you know, make what we want to make, do what we want to do, and see if it speaks to people.
I got started with music a long time ago. I was listening to Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I want to learn guitar. And I had a guitar that my grandma got me a few years back and a little practice amp. I'm like, I'm going to learn guitar. So I started playing, and then I got really into the Beatles. And Paul McCartney just, with his bass lines, I'm just like, I want to learn bass. So I was like, I have to get a bass exactly like him. So I asked for that for my birthday. Sure enough, I got it. I'm just like, this is what it's going to be. So after a few years, I went through a couple bands, and then finally asked my friend, I'm like, hey, do you know bands looking for a bassist? And he's like, yeah, I got one. Introduced me to Nick and Eric here. I just played my first show with them not too long ago. It was a great time. I'm loving these guys. I'm loving the music, and it's just been good energy and good fun. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some great music here on Northwest Sessions.
All right, so this next song is called Stars. It's one of the very, very first songs I wrote when I was about 16, and it was just kind of highlighting things I was going through at the time. You know, you're young, you're trying to figure out all these emotions, and with high school relationships, whatever it is, and you reflect on it and learn. So, which is pretty much what all of our songs are about, is just reflecting and learning. But yeah, this one's called Stars. It's been a year since I last saw your face. Been all over the place, but I remember the late nights in my car remain like scars on our hearts as we run away to a new place where we won't fall apart. The stars fall over me, my dear, and slowly fade away. One day we'll meet again, my dear, and stars will fall in place. And as the sky tells us why it has to be this way, I take a look into your eyes and everything's okay. Every time we try to say goodbye, we end up here again. You know it's hard to be friends when it's all pretend, and I don't want you to leave again, 'cause our love is forbidden, and you're just out of reach. So let's break the grasp and take it back. This is not how it's meant to be. You fell into my life, my dear, and nothing was the same. I don't want to go another year without speaking your name. As the time passes by, I won't forget the way you looked into the sky that night. Stars fell in place. Whoa, whoa, It's been a year since I last saw your face. Your beautiful face. Oh no. Our creative process as a band, honestly, each song they all differ. Well, most of the time, I'll come up with the music. It's just because I'm always playing my guitar, and then I'll show the idea to these guys, and Eric will toss drums on it. We get some bass lines down, but and then we a lot of interesting stuff we've like made together has just been in the heat of the moment, just jamming out and rehearsal and stuff. So we don't really have any set formula. We just do what we feel is right.
So the creative process is a little complicated for me, only because, Nick brings something to me with lyrics and guitar or melodies, and I'm like, oh, that's beautiful, But then trying to find, drum beats that will fit it and stay, consistent, and it's something that people can move to bounce to, to vibe out to, something that makes them feel good. It's a little tough from where I'm at just because I can't hear the way everything comes together. So I try to, just give consistent, steady rhythms and stuff that people can bop their heads to and have a good time. We just try to piece everything together, guitar, vocals, drums, sprinkle some bass in there, and then you have World That Ever. We're going to take a short break here, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with more music on Northwest Sessions.
All right, so this last song is called Arizona Sunsets. It's about my grandmother who passed away 4 years ago. It was just kind of, for this one, it was actually, we were just talking about our creative process in our writing. I had the music for this one for quite some time, and and I didn't write it till years after her passing. But one day, for some reason, I was just playing it, thinking of melodies, and then for some reason, the lyrics about my grandma started accumulating in my head, and now we got Arizona Sunsets, and it's a very beautiful song, and I think anyone can relate to it, just because whether it's your grandmother, your mom, whoever is significant in your life, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. We've been World That Ever on Northwest Sessions. Looking back on life from the past few years. Everything has changed, but I'm still crying black tears. But you won't ever see me. No, you won't ever see me. And cry, still think about the times when you would come and save me. I found you at the door, filled with love and hugs and candy. I see you when I'm dreaming. I see you when I'm dreaming. Now you're flying high, watching all our friends and family. It's funny how close we get when faced with a tragedy. I know that you can hear me as I sing from my knees. I hope that you can hear me. Wait for me, please. And I know there's things that cannot change, but things will never be the same. Arizona sunset, stay away. I've been sleeping for too long. I could use a sunny day. Arizona sunsets aren't the same. With you gone, I'll leave flowers by your grave tonight.